Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
My name is Adedoyin Conde. I am an Uber driver.
What made you get an Uber?
First of all, my friend thought I could do it. My best friend, she said, oh, you like to drive and you're always running errands and doing things, so you might as well do it and make sure you get any money from it. I think the second reason was I'd known about Move and I'd heard a lot about them and everything, and I thought, okay, so I'll do this. It makes sense. A lot of women were doing it. I also met the president of Ladies on Wheels. She's kind of like a mother, and she encouraged me. She said, you're smart and you know you're very courageous, so you can do this. And okay. She was like, go to the office, go and tell them that I sent you. It will set it up for you. And I did.
How long have you been on the platform?
It'll be a year next month.
What has your experience been, if you can just give us a brief summary?
Okay, so first of all, it's fun. You meet all kinds of people. Funny people, you meet people that even become friends. You think you're friends with people you've known for a long time, people you grew up with or went to school with, but you find out that in 15 minutes or 10 minutes of how long a trip takes, you make friends that kind of like lasting impression on you. People want to tell you that, oh, they're having a startup, you want to come and do something because you're learned and they like the way you sound and things like that. You also meet a lot of people that say, oh, what else do you do apart from this? Oh, I like to cook, I cater as well. Okay, so if I wanted to do something for my naming or my cousin's birthday or my birthday, what would you charge? Things like that. Yeah, so I've met people that I have lasting friends from this. What else? Other experience? In terms of security, Uber is the safest. In terms of, to be honest, in terms of security, they cover all the gaps, all the lapses. Your driver profile is secure. They do their vetting. The same for riders, actually, not like the other competition. I have never used their app, but I have friends that used to, and after they spoke with me, I found out that, it's better we stick to this one. They literally was like, this one is better. So I think that it's been fun in terms of that.
So people sometimes feel like ladies in particular who get on Uber are ladies who are jobless or don't have that many skills. Why do you think that is? And in your experience, is there any truth to it? So,
no, first of all. Maybe the other apps. But Uber, as seamless as the app is not actually also seamless. You have to be very smart. You have to have gone to school, you have to be educated to at least know how to use it. And even basic mails they're sending, how to respond and do other things. That's one. I've met a lot of female Uber drivers, and I've also met a lot of male Uber drivers, and I'll say that most of the females are actually more educated, more learned, actually. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're people that live in far-flung places and don't want to walk on the island. They want to make the commute alone or empty, so they pick a trip. They set destination. You can do that on Uber. You can be in Ikpaja, for example, and set destination for Lekki one. You get a trip going along that route, and maybe you can pick one or two. So you also get money for fuel. So a lot of people that work, I know two bankers. One of them has resigned now. She's doing this full time. So I don't think that notion is very true. It's not even true at all. It's not. There are a lot of learned people. People also do other things. They're caterers, like I cater as well. They're tailors, they're fashion designers, all kinds of people. All just like we pick all kinds of people, there are all kinds of drivers as well.
So learned as you are, have you ever gotten disrespected as a female driver? Share that experience with us.
Okay, so I think first of all, people tend to look down on people in service. I think it's a Nigerian thing, actually. Yes, whether you're an Uber driver or you're a security guard at the bank or a waiter or anything, people tend to just, oh, my service is paying your salary, there's that. So we get that a lot. But a lot of people have tried it with me, but I'm not a pushover. I'll put you in your place. I will. Honestly, I will put you in your place firmly and politely. And a lot of riders don't know that drivers rate them and can actually report trips as well. So I would do that. And obviously, Uber has a very, very wonderful customer feedback. It goes both ways, both with the riders and the drivers. So they'll respond immediately. Always timely, speedy response. And they'll just tell you, oh, sorry for this experience. We'll work on this. The rider has been sanctioned and things like that. But it only happens, funny enough, it's with our gender. It's always females. Usually they're the ones that always take a piss, to use part of my French. But you get over it. Some are also nice. I've had female riders give tips. They encourage you. Some are very impressed. Some are worried about your safety. Some will pray for you. I've had someone praying about that evil eye will not see me, you know, things like that. So it's always touching. So those kind of balance out the negative ones, you know, and so that's how it is.
What would you say is the most negative reaction you've gotten since you've been an Uber driver?
Maybe they feel that you're poor, that's why you're doing it. Maybe you don't have money or something. You think, oh, you must really be pressed for cash or be in a bad place for you to be driving and carrying people on the road. And that's funny. That's very, very funny, because if only they could see our dashboard at the end of the week. If only. I mean, some of us are making a lot of money. A lot. If I talk, a lot of people will go and download the app. We don't want that much competition. Okay, but I mean, it's just funny.
What's the most positive reaction?
Positive reaction is I've got people, wow, you do this. They start calling their sisters, their wives. See, a woman like you, she's doing this, so you are just driving up and down to go and bed, you know, but talk to her. And then I've gotten 2 female riders that now drive Uber.
So what's your earning power like? Let's just go there quickly.
You earn as much as you drive. The more you drive, the more you earn, actually. There's no ballpark figure to it. In a week, you can earn up to 50. Let me give you a range, from 50 to as much as 180 in a week. Yes. As much as you can drive. So if you're doing it full time, like most people do, you can earn as much as 180 after Uber's 20%. Yes, you can. There are dashboards to prove it. I'll show you mine off camera.
Nice, I love to see it. So you're telling me about the community that you have. What is your, who are your enablers? Who are the people who sort of encourage and motivate you to continue doing this?
Apart from my immediate older brother and my best friend, there's an association registered, Ladies on Wheels, Loan. We have a WhatsApp group, we have Telegram, on social media. We kind of encourage ourselves. Everybody drops their experiences. Sometimes some riders are funny, they don't pay. So we have a community set up for that. They reach out to this said rider and they call, and so far, people always get their payment, you know. So we have people that are giving experiences about how, and then, oh, this tried to happen today. You people shouldn't go this route at night. You people shouldn't do this at night. And also traffic updates, real time. I'm on Western Avenue, for example, is blocked. Everybody don't come here. You know, that person is willing to be this sacrificial scapegoat, and then everybody just avoids that place. So sometimes, even though we wouldn't want to cancel trips or requests, if we tell you, okay, as opposed you're going to Surulere, if you're coming from the island, the logical exit should be Western Eco Bridge onto Western Avenue. But if I know it's blocked and I tell you, can we just go through Third Mainland and go through Jibo, for example, and you start saying no, I'm not going to want to be in traffic. I mean, so things like that, of course, happen. But usually, most drivers also don't want to be in traffic, whether they want it speedy or anything. So I think kind of balances out, but it's fun, it's good. You have a community already. I have a couple of friends that do it now. So we have our own WhatsApp group and we just drop real-time messages. I'm in VI now, I'm heading to Ikoyi and things like that.
Does being an Uber driver affect your, I guess, social life or any aspect of your life?
To be honest, I have more money to spend when I go out. Because see, she's this simple. So my best friend likes to go out a lot, even though we kind of like work, kind of like introverts, we're always indoors, we rather watch movies and stuff. But the few times we want to go out and eat, sometimes with other friends, she's always joking like, just do like 5 trips, you have money now. You know, that's how she's like, so I want you to work today, put on your app now, come and buy me ice cream and things like that. So, I mean, you have more money. And of course, it helps your finances because you save every day.
How do you save your money? On
CarryWise app. Yes, I use CarryWise. It's easy. the average person can use it. It's not as complex or anything. So it's pretty simple. I set up automated deductions for my account. So every day of the week. So even though I only work 6 days, I don't work on Sundays. I like to be with my mom and do other stuff and go to church and be a good girl, you know. But everyday deductions, and you can save for 3 months, 6 months, or indefinitely, as much as you want. When I started Uber, I was initially saving 2,000 every day. Now I save 4,000. It's less stressful. I know that I don't have to stress myself and worry about, well, how do I make this 4,000 today? It's quite seamless. It's easy. The days you make 15,000, the days you make 30,000, your deduction is still the same. Less stress, less pressure to keep up.
So what's a typical day in the life of your job?
There are no days that are the same. So the busiest days are Mondays. The best days to work are Sundays, less traffic. You can do as much trips as you want. Sometimes on Sundays there's surge, so you get more money for covering the same distance. I think that a typical day would just be picking, in the early hours of the morning, picking those going to work.
How early?
On Mondays, I leave home as early as 4:30. It's better, less traffic. You pick people, you're already on the island. You get to do your own thing, and then maybe during lunch you can work again, and then after closing you can work. You're facing traffic and you pick people back. If you want to work all day, Monday is your best day, you make more money. And Mondays are the only days that we have extra points for doing the same trip. Other days is 1 trip, 1 point. On Mondays is 3 points for a trip.
How late do you get home?
I only work late Fridays and Saturdays, and sometimes throughout the night. On the island, only within Lekki. And here's why. People go out a lot on the island. They're going to Velvet, they're going to Vertigo, they're going to Quilox. Everywhere, people are buying. Most fast food, most people serve food throughout the night in Lekki. You're picking food, you're dropping off at estates. It's quiet, less traffic, and it's safe. There are checkpoints virtually everywhere. So me and my friends walk about, sometimes as much as 8 of us, that's how we do our own weekend. We're carrying people that want to go and spend more money, you know. It's fun, very interesting, and then you log off by 3 a.m. or so.
Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the job and just felt like, you know what, I'm done? Ever?
Yeah, once. It was a bad experience with a rider. It was a female rider, and she said a lot of things that weren't nice. There are days like that, and like I said, me and my friends that do this, we have a WhatsApp group, and when you just drop it, you'll just be like, oh well, positive thoughts only. We have that rule. So you can't say I'm having a bad day. You just say I'm having a very wonderful day. Oh well, it gets better and everything. And sometimes, you know, there's this joke about you putting your problem on the table when you speak another person. When you hear other people's, you rush and pick your own back. So when someone tells you, someone ran away with my 1-2 today, and my own is 7-5, you know, so you even laugh at the person that, how did they run away with your own 7-5? So those are the things. So it kind of balances out. When that happened, I sent a mail, and the person that called from Uber, I think she was an Indian lady or so, and she was really nice. She was very empathetic, and she said the right words. It made me feel better. So
what will your message be to female drivers like yourself, female riders, and just like the Uber rider and driver community in general?
Okay, to female drivers, I mean, it's the same thing we always tell, even whether you're a female or male, always trust your instincts. When you feel like you've done enough, you've done enough. Turn off your app and head home. Don't say one more trip. Don't, I always tell people don't do offline. It's not worth the trouble. It really isn't. And when you're doing an offline trip, Uber can't track your location. They don't know where you went. There's no last seen, basically. So I don't encourage it. I don't do it. And even if you want to agree to a higher fare because you want me to wait or do something, still run it on the app. At least I know that there's one eye watching over us somewhere, you know. To the riders, I always say, always check that the doors can open from inside. There's no child lock or something. Sometimes when I go to the car wash and they're cleaning the doors, they sometimes engage the mechanism. I'm always sure most times I make conscious effort to do that. But I mean, just be sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's the profile matches the car description and things like that. Also, a little patience goes a long way. I call you, I want to confirm that you're actually at Uzumba, by the way. And the first thing you're saying is, are you here now? I mean, just a few seconds would help. I've had people wait for me to pick them up for 20 minutes and somebody couldn't wait for 3 minutes and I'm literally right where they are. So a little patience goes both ways, and cancellation affects the drivers as well. It's not just you, whatever reason you choose. I mean, it's my rating. And my ratings are kind of important to me because Uber is not just a side hustle. Their KPIs attached, they're everything. You have to be on top of your game. It's like a regular job. So you canceling for whatever reason, whatever choice you're making, for your selection for reason for canceling affects the driver. So a little empathy will go that. And then to females in general, I think that if you can drive, you might as well make money doing it. Yes, that's it.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I had fun.
I did too.